Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to all my vegans, veganettes, and not so vegans across the globe. It's your girl Abeje TheAtre, and welcome back to another episode of Cause It's Vegan. I gotta eat it.
There's no way I could ever go vegan. I'm not about to spend the rest of my life eating rabbit food.
So guess what, you guys? Today we are trying out somebody else's recipe, and I am super excited. Why am I excited? Because this recipe is coming specifically from Jenne Claiborne's Sweet Potato Soul book, okay? She has 100 easy vegan recipes that anyone can make. The reason I'm specifically excited about this book is because I've already tried many recipes from this woman, and when I tell you she is amazing, she is amazing. We are trying out her jackfruit jambalaya. I'm very excited about this because, like I said, I've tried several recipes from this book and they have all been good, so the jambalaya is really no different. At first I was gonna go through the process of me cooking and chopping up everything with you guys and then get to the review, but for the sake of valuable time, I think I'm just going to make this and then get back to you. But I do want to share a couple of things with you guys. This recipe that she has, it is a serving size for 4 people. To be honest, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but just looking at this right here, I would say it's gonna take no more than an hour. Of course, you gotta chop up a couple of things, but this seems like a pretty quick recipe to make for dinner. Another thing I want to mention about this book from Miss Claiborne is that everything in this book is split off into sections, okay? So she's got breakfast, salads and soups, greens and sides, mains, sweets and drinks, and then pantry staples and sauces. Not to mention, in her introduction, she also lists things that if you are plant-based, you're just gonna want those things in your kitchen anyway. I mean, this jambalaya is gonna be great. Let's get to making this recipe, and I'll see you guys when it is all done. All right, you guys, so I just finished making the jambalaya, and I gotta say, it looks pretty good. So let me give you a close-up of it really quick. All right, you guys, here we go. Just so you can see what it looks like. Looks yummy. Oh, and then I made some crab cakes, which, just so you know, the crab cakes are also part of her recipe book. I can never get the consistency right so that they don't break apart, so that's why they're broken, but they're always really, really good. So anyway, here goes the jackfruit jambalaya taste test. I want to try to get every single thing possible on my fork. Okay. Fresh off the stove. Here you go. Wow. What? Okay. You guys, I want to bite it again, but it's so hot. I gotta blow. But I'm really impatient. This is amazing. Like, oh my gosh. The flavors in this thing, simply divine. And like, you get a good taste of all of the ingredients, from the jackfruit to even like the texture of the chickpeas to the tomatoes, and everything in here works so well together. And I have to say, one of the things that she said to put in here was a teaspoon, just a teaspoon of hot sauce. When I tell you that little teaspoon, and I made a huge amount, it makes quite the difference in this entire dish. Like, you taste it, and the jambalaya is not hot, but it does have a little kick. But of course, hot sauce is not like cayenne pepper where it only adds heat. It also adds flavor, and I taste that, but it's not too much. Her Creole seasoning is amazing. I've used it in her etouffee recipe. I've also used it for other things just cause, and it really brings out so much wonderful flavor and a nice tiny bit of kick. When I tell you guys, this medley of ingredients tastes so freaking good. And then let's get to this jackfruit, okay? So the jackfruit is very meaty. It's like shredded chicken, juicy and flavorful, and it has that texture. So I have no qualms about this. Let me try chickpea. Chickpeas are cooked perfectly and they hold a lot of seasoning within them as well. So like literally just taking a chickpea by itself. Awesome. This is fire. I feel like if I was to serve this to people who are not plant-based, they would have no problem with it. In fact, they'd think it's fire. You know what? They might think there is meat in here. But you know what? I don't think it matters. Because like I said, there's such a burst of flavor in this. Also, there's so many different ingredients. This is really, really amazing. Like I said, I'm pairing it with my crab cakes that are also from her recipe book. Those are divine as well. I think they go great together. So yeah, have to say this recipe is it. If you don't have this book but you've heard about it and you're thinking about getting it, or you've never heard of this book before but you're looking for some vegan books, get it, okay? Get the book. I'm telling you, this Jenne Claiborne sweet potato soul book is everything. This recipe was very easy, but when I tell y'all, this is amazing. And like even for her Creole seasoning recipe, I mean even for like things where she may have a particular recipe within a recipe, I'll explain. So her jackfruit jambalaya, it requires Creole seasoning. In her book, she has a Creole seasoning recipe. Also, even with like cooking beans and making jackfruit yourself, she even has those things in the book already. So it's cool. It's like not only are you getting one recipe, you're getting so many things that work together. In this book, you really don't have to go looking anywhere else for anything. Honestly, like the main thing I have is the jackfruit jambalaya. Aside is the crab cakes. So you've got plenty of options. It is $20, at least it was when my friend got it for me. I don't know how much it is now. Go get this book one more time. Sweet Potato Soul by Jenne Claiborne. So that is it, you guys. I hope you have a wonderful day. Remember to love your family and friends, love your enemies, love Jenne Claiborne's jackfruit jambalaya, but most importantly, remember to love peaches and all the sneeches. Goodbye, you guys.